episode of the Sean Farrell Podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died and he rose again. Just going to get into it. Okay, so I saw all this. Family of 12-year-old Huntsville girl who died by suicide shares her story to help other parents and children. Her name is Lindsey Swan. Okay, Lindsey Swan. The family of a 12-year-old Mountain Gap middle school student who died by suicide last week is sharing her story, hoping it will get other parents and children to recognize the warning signs. Lindsey Mae Swan was described by her mother, Brittany Booth, and stepfather, Jason, as a girl full of life who stood up for others, never backed down from a challenge, and dreamed of being a marine biologist. The family of the 12-year-old Mountain Gap middle school student who died by suicide. I already read that. I already read that. Okay. Even before she was born, I knew she was special, her mother said. She stuck up for others that were afraid to speak for themselves and dared anyone to push around her friends or her siblings. Between sports, playing outside, video games, and spending time with her friends, Lindsey had what her family described as a typical 12-year-old life. She refused to fail at anything and never gave up until she got it done. Brittany Booth said, "There wasn't a roller coaster she wasn't scared to get it on. She was so brave." Her family said Lindsey's biggest dream was to study sharks and save whales as a marine biologist. Okay. When Lindsey's father died 4 years ago, her mother said Lindsey felt the loss the hardest. That brought on a lot of heartache for her mother said. Her mother said she tried to prepare Lindsey for the social challenges of middle school, but bullying followed. Kids were mocking her and weaponizing the fact that her father passed away. And it was infuriating, her mother said. It's confusing for them. They don't know why they're being treated that way. Her mother said that despite her struggles at school, Lindsey remained a source of comfort at home. I was smiling through my stress and sorrows, but she knew when I was feeling down and would be my biggest comfort, she said. Lindsey's mother said her daughter told friends months before her death what she was planning to do. Wow. If they would have told somebody, it would have very well saved her life, she said. Her mother said the day before Lindsey died, she appeared happy and was making plans for the future. Oof. You know, the day before she passed, she was laughing, smiling, and we were all making plans for the future, her mother said. I'm going to speak on that in a second, okay? Lindsey's parents are not placing blame on anyone. They want other parents to watch for warning signs of their own children and never be afraid to speak up. I think we need to be more aware and look for any signs, no matter how small they are, Jason Booth said. There's so much shame associated with it that people are afraid to come forward and be open about it. It may seem young, but we absolutely need to be having these conversations. If you see something, say something. Lindsey left a note in her journal. Trigger warning, okay? Trigger warning. Her family shared her final note. It's too late for me. Please talk to someone even if they act or look okay. They might make it because of you. It's too late for me. Please talk to someone even if they act or look okay. They might make it because of you. According to the Alabama Department of Health, Alabama currently ranks 8th in the country for teen suicide. Nearly 1 in 12 Alabama high school students reports attempting to take their own life. Experts say talking to someone about suicide typically does not increase risk, and it can help save a life. If you or someone you know is in crisis, call or text 988. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Okay. So, a couple of things. Prayers up to the family of Lindsey, first of all. And so, I just made a video the other day about how 11-year-old Brooklyn Cook ended her life by suicide, okay? Very severe bullying, sexual assault in school. But just reading this article, there were a couple of things that struck me. The fact that kids were mocking her and weaponizing the fact that her father passed away, and it was infuriating. How sick do you have to? You're making fun of the fact that somebody just lost a parent. How sick is that? Okay. How evil do you have to be to make fun of someone who just lost someone that he loved? Kids were mocking her and weaponizing the fact that her father passed away. I know they say kids will be kids, but damn. It's confusing for them. They don't know why they're being treated that way. Yeah. Yeah. The other thing that had really struck me, her mother said the day before Lindsey died, she appeared happy and was making plans for the future. You know, the day before she passed, she was laughing, smiling, and we were making plans for the future, her mother said. Okay. So, one of the more alarming things about suicide is when someone is struggling, okay? When someone is struggling with depression, thoughts of suicide or whatnot, they're struggling or whatnot, the thing that is alarming that people can easily miss is the fact that they are struggling. Then all of a sudden, they just flip to being happy. Okay, they flip to being happy. And obviously, reading the article, she appeared happy, making plans for the future. She was laughing, smiling, making plans for the future. And obviously, when someone's been struggling, then all of a sudden they flip. Then all of a sudden they flip and seem happy and smiling. that usually means they've made their decision already. Usually means they've made their decision already. And that can be so easy to miss. That can be so easy to miss for a lot of people. Yeah, so, and yeah, and yeah. So obviously she was struggling. She was struggling, and you know, um, yeah. And I think her stepdad, Jason Booth, said it. I think we need to be more aware and look for any signs, no matter how small they are. Um, man, yeah, yeah. Just the fact that, again, when people are struggling with depression, suicidal thoughts, suicidal ideation, then all of a sudden they flip and seem happy and smiling. Man, that's one of the easiest signs to miss. That's one of the easiest signs to miss. And again, that's one of the signs that we need to be alert about. Someone struggling, then all of a sudden they flip the script and seem happy. Okay? That's a sign that they've made their decision already. Okay? That's a sign that they've made their decision. Okay? And man, once again, bullying rears its ugly head. Okay? And I know I've talked about this before, so I'm not going to be long about it. I was bullied in middle school and high school, primarily because of my teeth. The smile that you see was not always evident. Okay, I had no teeth in the front for several years, for about 15 years, as a matter of fact. Okay, I had partials. Okay, I had partials when I had a bike accident in 2001. So I wore partials for about the next 15 years. Okay, and from the cafeteria to the classroom to on the bus. Yeah, I got it. And I got it bad. I remember mentioning that, telling my story at the suicide prevention walk last year. And there were people in the audience who were shaking their head. They weren't shaking their, but not for the reasons that you think. They were shaking their heads. Like, I can't believe they treated you. I can't believe they treated this. I can't believe they treated him like that. Okay. And to them, what they were calling me in 2000, in 2001, 2002, 3, and 4, old grandpa, short for OG for short, what they were calling me, old grandpa, that's what they were shaking their heads about. They were shaking their heads like, no. Even to today in 2025, not right. Even today in 2025, still not right. And that's something that the people who were shaking their heads in the audience, that's something that they could not laugh at. Okay, that's something that they could not laugh at. Okay, and I can laugh at it a little bit. Okay, I can laugh at it a little bit. But yeah, they were shaking their heads like they couldn't laugh at that even today in 2025, last year when I told my story. So anyway, yeah. I wanted the bullying to stop. But never did I ever think about, but I don't remember a time where I ever thought about suicide, okay? I don't ever remember a time where I ever thought about suicide. And, but yeah. It hurt. It hurt. it was infuriating to me, just like it was to this young lady. And it built up, and I had built up anger in me, and which eventually led to a suicide, attempt on top of other reasons. Okay, so but I'm still here. Okay, I'm still here, and I know a lot of other people are glad that I am. I'm happy that I'm here too. Alright, that's it. And that's all for the Sean Farrell podcast. I am out of here. Peace out. May God bless you all. You matter. You are loved. You are more than enough. Don't let anybody else ever tell you any differently. Okay? Peace out. God bless.